It all started not on a remote mountain, a place of jagged peaks and unforgiving weather, but in the quiet, seemingly safe confines of my own home, a place I always considered my sanctuary. The enemy wasn't a wild animal, a predator with teeth and claws. It was something far more insidious, a creeping fatigue, a mental fog I couldn't shake, no matter how hard I tried. It clung to me like a persistent shadow. My energy, once boundless, a seemingly endless reservoir, felt drained, depleted, like a well run dry. Recovery after workouts lagged, taking days instead of hours. My focus dulled, making even simple tasks feel monumental, and my inner fire flickered, threatening to extinguish completely. This wasn't normal exhaustion, the kind you feel after a long day's work. It was a deep, cellular weariness, like rust inside a well-oiled machine, slowly grinding everything to a halt. A profound sense of being unwell. I'd survived the harshest environments, faced down blizzards and scorching deserts, but this was a new kind of challenge, an invisible battle inside my own body, a war waged on a microscopic level. Usual advice: eat better, load up on fruits and vegetables, rest more, get 8 hours of sleep every night, felt like patching a sinking ship with tape. A temporary fix for a much larger problem. I sensed the problem was deeper. Something more fundamental was at play, as if years of stress, pushing my limits, had left behind internal debris, a toxic residue that was poisoning me from the inside. My body, my most trusted gear, the vehicle that had carried me through so much, felt cluttered and inefficient, like an engine clogged with sludge. I needed a reset, a complete overhaul, a way to reclaim my vitality and readiness for anything, to feel that spark of life coursing through my veins once more. So, I dove into the science, immersing myself in research of how the body heals itself from the inside out, how it repairs and regenerates at a cellular level. This wasn't about conquering a mountain, planting a flag on some distant summit, but about reclaiming my own internal landscape, restoring balance and harmony within. The challenge: to understand the enemy, this unseen force, and find the right tools for the fight. To arm myself with knowledge and strategy. Little did I know, the most powerful tool wasn't a supplement or diet, a magic pill, or a trendy superfood. It was an ancient process, hardwired into my DNA, a primal mechanism waiting to be activated. The real adventure was about to begin, a journey into the depths of my own biology. And it would change everything I thought I knew about survival, about resilience, and about the incredible power of the human body to heal itself. My search led me through a jungle of scientific jargon and health advice. Then I found a word that changed everything: autophagy. It means self-eating, the body's internal recycling and cleanup system. Our cells break down old damaged parts and repurpose them for energy or repair. When autophagy works, we're resilient. When it slows, cellular junk piles up, causing fatigue, brain fog, and worse. The answer wasn't a miracle cure, but reactivating this ancient process. Fasting was the most common trigger, but I wasn't looking to starve myself. I needed a sustainable way to get my cellular cleanup crew back on the job. My new mission: find practical ways to kickstart autophagy without extreme deprivation. The journey was on, and the science was on my side. Picture your body as a bustling city, a vibrant metropolis teeming with activity. Imagine the constant flow of energy, the intricate network of systems working in harmony. Every day, waste builds up. Cellular debris, damaged proteins, and other byproducts of normal function accumulate. Think of old cars rusting in junkyards, broken buildings reduced to rubble, and trash overflowing in the streets. These are the cellular equivalents of accumulated waste. Without a cleanup crew, the city grinds to a halt. Traffic snarls, essential services are disrupted, and the entire system becomes sluggish and inefficient. That's what happens inside us at the cellular level if waste isn't properly managed. Our cells become burdened, their function impaired. Autophagy is our body's elite recycling team, the dedicated sanitation department that keeps our cellular city running smoothly. Special garbage trucks, called autophagosomes, collect cellular junk, engulfing the waste materials within their membranes, and deliver it to the lysosome, the cell's recycling plant, a specialized organelle filled with powerful enzymes. There, powerful enzymes break down the waste, dismantling the complex molecules into their simpler components, into building blocks for energy or repair, providing the raw materials needed to build new cellular structures and fuel essential processes. It's nature's way of turning trash into treasure, transforming cellular waste into valuable resources. When autophagy runs smoothly, our cells stay clean, efficient, and resilient, functioning optimally and resisting the damaging effects of stress and aging. It's a constant process of renewal, a continuous cycle of breakdown and rebuilding, tearing down the old to make way for the new, clearing out the clutter to make space for fresh growth and innovation. The goal: keep this process humming so our internal city runs at its best, ensuring optimal cellular health and overall well-being. Activating autophagy isn't punishment. It's not about depriving ourselves, but rather, it's giving our bodies the right conditions for essential maintenance, providing the necessary tools and environment for cellular repair and rejuvenation. It's about working with our biology, not against it, aligning our lifestyle with the natural rhythms and processes that govern our health. And it's the foundation of true resilience, the key to withstanding stress, adapting to change, and thriving in the face of adversity. My first weapon in this fight was exercise, a familiar and trusted tool I knew well. It was something I could control, a way to actively fight back. Intense workouts, the kind that leave you breathless and pushing your limits, especially high-intensity interval training, trigger autophagy, the body's cellular cleanup process, by creating metabolic stress. It's like sending in the demolition crew to clear out the old and make way for the new. Sprinting up hills, pushing against gravity and feeling the burn in my muscles, pushing my limits, testing my endurance and refusing to give in, I sent a clear signal to my body. Time to clean up, repair, and rebuild stronger than before. The first sessions were brutal, no doubt about it. My sluggish body protested with every fiber, every aching muscle, but I stuck with it, determined to break through the initial resistance. Each workout became a mini expedition into the depths of my physical and mental reserves, a battle to reclaim my energy, my vitality, and my overall well-being. I visualized my cell's cleanup crew springing into action, diligently clearing away the debris. Slowly, gradually, the fog lifted, revealing a clearer path ahead. Recovery improved, becoming faster and more complete with each passing day. My energy and focus returned, sharper and more sustained than before. I wasn't starving myself or depriving my body of essential nutrients. I was strategically using stress as a tool to forge a stronger, cleaner, more resilient body. The victories were small at first, almost imperceptible, but undeniably real. Shorter recovery times after intense workouts, a clearer mind, sharper focus, and improved cognitive function, more drive, more motivation, and a renewed sense of purpose. Exercise wasn't just about physical fitness or aesthetics. It was about survival at the cellular level, a fundamental process for maintaining health and longevity. I was winning the battle from the inside out, one cell at a time, and every step, every rep, every drop of sweat made me more resilient, more capable, and more confident. The transformation had begun, and it was far more profound than I could have imagined. And I was ready for more challenges, more growth, and more victories. Exercise was powerful, but I needed another tool. Fasting kept coming up in the research, but I wanted a sustainable approach. Enter time-restricted eating, intermittent fasting. I tried the 16-8 method fasting for 16 hours, eating within an 8-hour window. At first, hunger pangs and habit made it tough, but after a week, my body adapted. Morning hunger faded, replaced by steady energy. My mind felt sharper, my eating more mindful. Combining fasting with exercise was a 1-2 punch against cellular junk. I was giving my body a daily chance to rest, repair, and rejuvenate, without feeling deprived. It was a strategy I could stick with for the long haul. The results spoke for themselves. My internal cleanup crew was back in business, and I felt more alive than ever. Activating autophagy isn't just about when you eat. It's also about what you eat. Certain foods can nudge the process along, even outside fasting. I focused on polyphenol-rich foods, green tea, dark chocolate, berries, and extra virgin olive oil. Compounds like EGCG in green tea and sulforaphane in broccoli support cellular cleanup. Spices like turmeric and ginger became staples for their anti-inflammatory power. I made these foods delicious, not restrictive. Smoothies, roasted veggies, a square of dark chocolate. My kitchen became my apothecary. Food was no longer just fuel. It was strategic support for my body's renewal. Every meal was a chance to help my internal crew do their job, and I could feel the difference. In the wild, darkness means rest and recovery. For our bodies, sleep is when the real cleanup happens. Deep sleep is prime time for autophagy, especially in the brain. I started treating sleep as a mission, not a luxury. I set a strict wind-down routine. No screens, dim lights, a cool, dark room. The results were immediate: deeper sleep, clearer mind, better mood. My body felt truly restored, as if it had been through a deep clean cycle overnight. Sleep became my secret weapon, amplifying the effects of exercise and nutrition. It was the final piece of the puzzle. All I had to do was surrender to the darkness and let my body work its magic. And every morning, I woke up stronger. No journey goes perfectly. Life gets in the way. Missed workouts, late meals, setbacks. At first, I saw these as failures, but survival isn't about perfection. It's about resilience. One off-plan meal or missed session wasn't a disaster. It was a chance to adapt and keep moving. I learned to be flexible, extend my fast after a late dinner, swap hate for a walk when tired. The goal was consistency, not perfection. Progress came in small wins: looser jeans, waking up sharp, crushing a workout I once dreaded. Setbacks became lessons, not roadblocks. The journey was a marathon, not a sprint. Every step forward, no matter how small, counted. I celebrated the victories and learned from the valleys. That's how real change happens. It's about direction, not flawless execution. And it's the only way to reach the summit. After months on this journey, my biggest discovery wasn't a secret food or workout. It was realizing the power within our own bodies. Autophagy, a built-in system for resilience and repair. You don't need extreme measures. Small, smart choices every day make the difference. Work with your body: a brisk walk, a delayed breakfast, a cup of green tea, an extra hour of sleep. These are small hinges that swing big doors. Taking back control is empowering. Your body becomes your greatest ally. Your daily choices are maintenance for your most essential survival gear. You are the master of your internal environment. Start small. Pick one thing. Be consistent. Be patient. Trust in your body's incredible design. The ultimate survival tool isn't a gadget, it's you. So get out there, survive, and thrive. The adventure is yours.